Everyone talks about the low taxes. Okay, maybe not so much in Texas, but the big houses they for sure talk about, right? But no one really talks about the dust, the drive times, or the fact that you'll basically hibernate all summer long. If you're thinking about moving to the great state of Texas, just get ready because these are the real shocks that'll make you question everything and still fall in love anyway. Let's go. Let's start with the biggest shock of them all. The Texas summers isn't for living, it's for surviving. When you first move here, you'll try to do things outside, go for a walk, take your kids to the park, and then you realize no one is outside because it's 110 degrees and your flip-flops are starting to melt. You'll quickly learn that there are only 3 seasons in Texas. That's fall, that's spring, and that's air conditioning. And the weather here has mood swings. It can drop 40 to 60 degrees in one day. It can rain in your front yard and be sunny in your backyard. You don't fight the weather, you'll roll with it. Keep bug spray, sunscreen, and a backup outfit in your car. And driving, that's a non-negotiable. Even within metros, everything is far. Speed limits though are 75 to 85 miles per hour. And if you're in that left lane, you better be going 90 or else you're gonna get some honks. We drive fast. You'll also notice that your car gets dusty no matter what. You can wash it in the morning and by mid-afternoon, it looks like it's a sand sculpture that had blown in all over your vehicle. And people wonder why there's so many car washes around here. But here's the trade-off. Those sunsets, they're so beautiful. Every time, even me and my son are in the car from soccer practice, I'm like, ooh, look at that sunset. It really is a sight to see. They stop everybody mid-scroll. It's the moment you'll realize, okay, this chaos might just be worth it. In terms of the speed though, I'm gonna tell you something. It's not gonna kick in until there's nobody on the highway and you get to your destination faster than you would have thought of. That's when that speed comes in. What makes Texas, Texas? Once you settle in, you'll realize Texas doesn't just have a culture, it is a culture. And part of that comes from the fact that Texas used to be its own country. From 1836 to 1845, it was the Republic of Texas, complete with its own president, currency, and army. That independent spirit never went away. Texans still do things their own way, whether it's politics, barbecue, backyard get-togethers, fireworks, everything. And what about the food? I know you're thinking it. Barbecue brisket is a religion. I've said this before. Texas style, which is slow cooked, minimal sauce. You want to be able to taste the flavors and that smoke. Portion sizes, huge. Kolaches, breakfast is gold when you eat those. And a fun fact, the frozen margarita machine was invented in Dallas. It totally makes sense to me. You gotta have a good drink with your barbecue or your Tex-Mex. Then there's Buc-ee's, the gas station that basically is the size of a Texas theme park. You'll go in for gas and come out with a brisket, home decor, a new smoker, a hoodie, baby onesies. I'm not kidding. Everything you didn't know you needed. Side note, when you travel this big country of Texas, okay, we always actually stop by a Buc-ee's. The big reason for me, guaranteed clean restrooms, which is a big deal. Sign me up any day. And yes, don't mess with Texas. Started off as an anti-littering campaign, and now it's basically a state of mind. Texans love their roots. They're proud, passionate, and polite, except for on the roadways. They'll ask where you're from, but maybe don't lead with your driver's license if it's from another state. Save that for later. Catch this, everything's extra here as well. The hats, the trucks, the glitter, the boots, the jewelry, the homecoming mums, the size of a dinner plate. I know you're thinking, what in the world is a mum, Angie? Insert photo here. And somehow it's all authentic. What you need to know if you're considering buying here in Texas. Now for the part that surprises every home buyer, the money shocks. Yes, Texas has no state income tax, but the property tax bill will humble you real quick. Those taxes fund schools, roads, and city services, and they're some of the highest in the country. Always check the exact tax rate by address before you buy. That shiny new neighborhood, it also might sit in what we call a MUD, which can add thousands to your tax bill. Then there's insurance. Between hail, floods, and wind, you might need a separate policy. And since we're talking about utilities, here's something most people don't realize. Texas runs almost entirely on its own power grid. It's part of our independence, part pride and sometimes part problem. During the 2021 winter storms, millions lost power for days. So now more homeowners invest in generators, solar, or backup batteries. Because in Texas, being prepared isn't paranoia, it's practical. Your utility bill will also depend on the provider you choose, because in most of Texas, you get to pick your provider company. It's empowering until you're scrolling through 30 plans at midnight trying to decide which one won't spike your next summer's bill. Finally, Texas soil moves. It's mostly clay. And if you're where I am in Central Texas, it is also limestone. We've got lots of shifting and moving that you should be aware of. So hairline cracks and things that you see in homes here is very common. So drainage, gutters, and grading matter more here than what you think. Get that foundation inspected. It's worth every single penny. And even if you don't have kids, research the schools. They impact resale value more than anything else. Culture shock moments. Now let's talk about the funny shocks, the one that make you smile and shake your head all at the same time. Texans are pretty chatty. You'll have full conversations in the middle of the grocery line with somebody you don't know. That's pretty common. People hold doors, they wave from their trucks, and they say y'all, unironically, and somehow it feels very warm. Then there's Friday night football. In some towns, stores close early. The whole city fills the stadium to cheer the high school teams on. Friday Night Lights situation. It's not just a game, really. It really is about the community. You'll also see a little wildlife too, like armadillos, scorpions, tarantulas, even bats under the bridge. And yes, your favorites, mosquitoes that could pay rent. Bug spray becomes a lifestyle. Seriously, every quarter you need to be having your house sprayed. Purple paint on the fence. That's the Texas way of saying, do not trespass. And if you ever see a horse at a parade downtown or a longhorn at a festival, that's totally normal. And my favorite shock of all, how friendly people are. My clients always say that they didn't expect to feel welcomed, and they do. Neighbors wave, strangers help out if your car is loaded, without you even asking, by the way. And within a few weeks, you're invited to a backyard barbecue, like you've lived there for years. Making it home. Here's the truth. Texas will absolutely shock you at first. The heat, the dust, the taxes, the quirks, they'll all test your patience, that's for sure. But give it some time. Once you stop fighting it and start living with it, something changes in you. You'll find more rhythm. Maybe it's the morning walks in the fall, kids running through the sprinklers in the spring, or golden hour drives with the windows down in the winter. You'll fall in love with the small things, the sunsets that stop you in your tracks, the smell of barbecue smoke drifting through the neighborhood, and the way people genuinely care about their communities. When I ask my clients what shocked them the most after moving here, they always say something like this. They didn't expect the people to be as friendly. They didn't expect to feel connected sooner than they thought. And they didn't expect that Texas could feel like home so fast. Because once Texas welcomes you, you'll never see it the same way again. If you're still deciding on which city fits your lifestyle the best, check out my next video. Hey, did you find this video helpful? Then hit that like button. And if you're feeling my vibe, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so that you don't miss a thing. And I'll see y'all on the next one.